Welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Cutlery. Well, today we have the Benchmade Arvensis, designed by Shane Siebert. And right here, I'm out. Look at this, just devastating cut by old Scabber. Just killing that right there. Now, this knife was a great cutter. I'd say about a medium chopper. Felt pretty good in the hand, but a great cutter. Now, you see some of them that's just blowing through. Y'all know I hate these vines. I'm looking. I'm on the prowl. There we go. I think I missed the whole damn tree. There we go. There we go. Now, this knife is a tough knife. Watch here. We're just going to trim it up. That branch was the bane of my existence there. Oh, no, it was a vine. There it goes. See, when you get a clear swing, Scabber, you can just tear it up. But I went through here, and I cut a lot of vines and then a lot of little limbs that it just like if you're having to hack your way through the bush or through the woods, like we had to do this morning in knee-deep water, and some of the boys on the team killed a moccasin. I hate snakes. Good God, I don't want to hear about your, intimate relationship or how you love them. Good for you. I despise them. You know what I'm saying, son? I just, But back to the knife, I digress. Here I am again, just swinging for the downs. Now, I had to find the right spot. It's got grippy G10 handles. That blade is tough, son. I'd say it's an old school design, kind of a throwback, but it made pretty short work of this right here. It did a lot better job, like I said, on cutting. I'll show y'all some here in a minute, but it was like when you went to chop, a lot of times it would bite in, just like it was getting a good slice on it. There we go. Good job, Scab. Now, I think, what I wanted to do right here is just show you, like, for yard clearing or something like that, just watch this thing now. It's going to trim this branch up. A lot of times if it don't go through on the first swing, it's because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Now, I digress again. That's about my second digression. I'm just being smart when I say that. I'm 48 years old. I've messed with knives since I was probably 5. And I research these knives, so if I say something on here, it's not like I just made it up. Now, sometimes I can just make it up. But before I do a review, I do kind of look at the backstory, see who made it, try to find some info on them if I can. And I really like this design. I think there's a family of these knives. I'd have to check, and I'm sure somebody will tell me. Now watch here. And y'all can see it just flying off there. It just glides through it. Yes, this is a green limb. But again, just no problem for this Benchmade. And I'll be 100% honest with you, I've had 4 or 5 Benchmade folders I've given away. This knife right here, this one's Kurt's, of course. Leave it to him to have everything I need, but this one, I'm probably going to add to my collection. I'm just, it's a tough, durable. I love the CPM 154, which is a tough, stainless steel. It's on my Miller that I like so much. But if y'all watch, the knife does every task I ask it to do. And like I've told y'all a million times, son, the thing I want to show y'all is some real life tests. Just get out there. I'm fortunate and blessed to work at a company where we're in the woods 90% of the time or beside them. All right, now from here, and again, y'all know I'm going to show you that thing about 500 times. Now again, this is just like some brush clearing type stuff. This is, I don't know what kind of tree this is, but it's real bright, bouncy and rubbery. But you see, the Arvensis has no problem coming through it. Now, I shot the ending first, and I could barely pronounce the knife, so y'all will have to forgive me when we get to that point. But y'all see how it's making just quick, short work of this tree here. It's one of those that kind of grows on the ground and shoots up. But I did want to show y'all just how well this knife did. And it did really well. I mean, really well. I was really impressed. The one yesterday, the SE, I'll have to do more tests on. I didn't dislike it, but it wasn't one of my favorites. So today, I can tell you honestly, this Benchmade right here was one of my favorites. I don't give a damn about nothing political. Don't want to hear it. This is simply a review of this knife, and a knife that I feel like is one that could go with me anywhere. And that's what I judge a knife on. I've never said I was, an Eagle Scout, because that'd be a lie. I wasn't even into damn Scouts. But my point with that is this: if I can use the knife and use it effectively, then anybody can. I grew up with knives. I grew up with fixed blades and folders. But honestly, my whole thing, and I think y'all seen this with the channel, I like bigger knives. And I'd say it's a medium-sized knife, but this is a medium-sized knife that feels huge in the hand. This was the thing I was telling you. Look at it. It just biting in there real good. I'm a feather sticking machine, son. I could build a fire just real quick. Karate chop it, whatever y'all want to do. Now, you noticed the point of the video where I'll hold the log just right out of seam. There you go, Scab. Good job, son. Just right out of there. Now, I wanted to stress during this point, and I'll stress it again. This knife is just slicing through this stuff. That's an old, dry piece of cherry, which I love cherry wood to use in my different things. I was making a pulpit here, which, Lord willing, y'all will get to see tomorrow as we start another series in our home offense chapter. I've got several weapons picked out, and there goes a car. I think that same car goes by every time I try to shoot a video, son. I think they're jealous. You never can tell with old Scab. See, now I'm looking at them. Irritated. There we go. Get back to it, son. Been a long day. Been in the swamp all day. Hope y'all had a great day, though. That's what matters to me. Your happiness. This thing did a jam-up job. It really, really did. Now, we're coming up. I beat up. Y'all see me hit every tree in the woods. This thing. Let's just do a little slicing test. Let's see what we got here. Watch here. Look at that thing, son. Just cruised through there. This one Kurt's had for some time, but I think he had our man at work sharpen it up, because son, I'm going to tell you something. I just dropped it 2 or 3 times, if that, and look at that thing. After all that woodwork, now that's a 6 3/4 blade, 6.5 inch blade, something like that, and it's handling just like a 3 or 4 inch blade. Beautiful. And that's the hated grapefruit that nobody, I've never seen anybody say, man, I love grapefruit. And there we go. I was going to do it one time. Just hold it right down there off the screen, son. What else would you expect from old Scabber? But see, look at that. Look at that clean slice right there. And look at that, take my finger about to slap off, son. I have to pay attention here and there. I do what I can. Well, let me turn it over to Scab. I love y'all. Scab, take it away, son. Welcome back, my friends. Well, I hope you liked the knife. I hope you enjoyed those sweet moves I was doing. Some nice cutting. Did a lot of cutting there. I always do a lot of cutting. It don't always make the cutting floor because, 9 times out of 10 I've got my, ass showing or something stupid. But did a lot of cutting. Let me show you this again. This is the Benchmade Artemis or Arvensis or something like that. It's made by Shane Siebert. So if you look up Benchmade fixed blades made by Shane Siebert, I can't pronounce it. Not going to try to. Not even pretend to. But I'll tell you this about this knife. It's reminiscent of an old school blade. Now this is one of those knives that I told you. There are just some knives I feel, and man, that's it. And this is one of them. It's got an old school distinct blade. It's just got a really, really sexy look to it. Kind of like old Scab. You know what I'm saying, son? JT called me one time, it's just Timberlake. I call him JT. JT called and said, Scab, we got a promise. What's that, son? He said, Green Cove has lost its sexiness. I need you to run down there, bring sexy back. I said, not a problem, son. I got the west side locked down. I headed down here. I just looked, and it actually said Green Cove probably one of the sexiest cities in the world, called old Scab. Just throwing that in there so you know that, son. But here's another look at it. And with me as a backdrop, son, it looks even better. Now, this is almost a 7-inch blade. 6 and something. There's a good 3/16 right there. Distal taper down, nice swedge. It swedge it and sharpen. You can if you want to. It'd take a good bit of work because it goes from like a 1/4 down to, I'd say, an 1/8 and then a 1/16. It's just really good. It's CPM 154. For a knife, I'm going to try to keep my head here to block that glare off of you. For a knife, I like CPM 154. It's what my Miller is, which is still my all-time favorite knife. This knife right here, super tough, super durable. It chopped well. So is it a chopper? I'd say a medium chopper. It sliced better. I think you could see that from some of the tests. Now some of the stuff, I know when I was building the big piece of cherry you seen there that I was just kind of chopping, and it just kept biting it, so I sliced most of it. I was making me somewhat of a pulpit so I could spread the word of the blade. The Brothers in the Blade bib, the bib association. And so also that I don't just about cut everything in the yard. I got one place I can do my cutting. I can throw some knives at it. Not any of Kirk's, for the love of God. But I got that built, so I used this to kind of sharpen it up. Now, CPM 154, it is full tang construction. Got a nice guard on it. Grippy G10. It's black G10. This is Kirk's lanyard on it. I do normally have, like I said, do have a lanyard on it. I love these things. Got a good little guard. It's got a small choil. I don't know that you even need it. You know, if you're doing up close work, you know, you can really get down there and bear on it. There's no jimping on the back. I'm not a big jimping guy. I love this knife. I'm telling you right now. Now, like I said with the Essie though, I feel like with some of these blades, man, we just blow through them out. And one of my favorite knife channels, and I got a ton of them. There's Our Family. I get my morning philosophies from Captain Electro. Love his take. I watched the one this morning, I believe, or this morning or yesterday, whichever one of them, because I try to watch all of them. But what do you consider being successful on YouTube? Dude, that's a great video, and timely and poignant. And I think he hit it on the head. And I have a blast doing these. Please don't think I don't. If I ever not have fun, I'm not doing it. Now, I am trying to build my channel because of our platform. And I do want to get the numbers up, because the more numbers we can get up, the more people that we can actually help. And you say, Scab, what kind of help are you trying to do? Well, let's go ahead and get into it. 22 service members a day, 22 veterans commit suicide. That's just a devastating number. I've never been in the military. I don't play to be. I wear a lot of camouflage shorts, mainly because that's about all my fat ass can wear, but you know, they're comfortable, they hold up good in the woods, and I like them. I've wore camouflage shorts since I was 12, 13, 11, I don't know, kid. You probably see some when I was like 3 with some camo on. I like it. Having said that, 22 service members a day commit suicide, and that's unacceptable to me. That's why we're going to try some things. I'm going to start putting and adding the suicide hotline, some other hotlines in the description to give you some options. I know it's unrealistic to say, hey, reach out on here. I know that. So I'll start putting some of those in the description for us. Storm's blowing up. I'm outside, out back. So we'll kind of wrap this up. But to my Leos, that's our other part, law enforcement officers. Again, prayers and thoughts and Godspeed to the 2 officers that were ambushed. It's my prayer that they catch the jackass that did it and he gets punished to the fullest extent of the law. And my addicts. We'll get into more of that. But I just want you guys to know, I love y'all. I know if you're an addict, you are welcome here anytime. If we can help you, we will. Just know that you're not alone. All 3 groups, veterans, law enforcement officers, addicts, if you're suffering. And I know there are more people than that. I get it. But these 3, and I've gone through that time and time again, why these 3 particular groups are on my heart. That's not to say if you're not in the group but you're hurting, we'll do what we can for you too. Okay? But that's big for us. So that's why I want to grow the channel. I cover that all the time. I appreciate all the support. I've noticed my likes going up. Thank you guys for that. I noticed the comments going up. Thank you guys for that. We got Our Family of knife guys. Check them out, man. I run through them all the time. I don't shout them out to get shout outs, but we're just like a group, and I watch everybody's video. So I love y'all. God bless y'all. Storm's coming, son. I'm Scab. You're not. I'm going to eat me some sketty. You ready to get to bed, boy? Love y'all. The Arvensis, Benchmade, Shane Siebert made it. Look it up. Love y'all. We out.